Universal heroes are truly an interesting bunch. And now that they've been out for a while, I wanted to cover exactly what makes them so interesting, but also what makes them really stand out as a force to be reckoned with in the current state of Dota 2. If you like this sort of content, I'd highly appreciate a thumbs up and a follow. Your support and interest is what helps me being able to put out videos like this. The main gimmick behind Universal heroes is that they don't benefit the same way from the main stat the way that other heroes from Strength, Agility and Intelligence does. They still get the normal bonuses given by stats, such as increased HP from Strength, Armor from Agility and more mana from Intelligence. But the damage bonus from a singular stat no longer applies to them. This is what truly separates them from their mono stat counterparts. Whereas the 3 original attributes get 1 damage for each main attribute they are in possession of, Universal heroes get 0.7 instead. If we take an item like Weaver in as an example, this would mean that a Strength hero holding onto it would gain a total benefit of 550 health, 2.5 health regeneration, as well as 25 attack damage. Universal heroes, on the other hand, while still being given the health benefit that other attribute heroes also benefit from, only get a total of 17.5 attack damage in comparison. When put like this, it truly sounds like Universal heroes are a bit of jack of all trades but the master of none. But honestly, this couldn't be further from the truth. While it is true that singular stat items don't benefit them as much, Universal heroes find themselves in a unique spot where they can itemize in a variety of different ways to achieve high numbers of damage very quickly, due to the very special way they make use out of stats. This unique way of acquiring damage from all stats often means that Universal heroes, on top of being able to choose a wide variety of items for all locations, are able to build defensive items while reaping massive offensive benefits from it. If we use Lincoln Sphere for this example, we can see that the item gives a total of 352 health, 1.6 health regeneration, 192 mana paired with 0.8 mana regeneration, as well as some base magic resistance. We also get 16 attack speed and 2.67 armor, and of course 16 damage to any of the normal attributed heroes. This completely pales in comparison to just how much a Universal hero benefits in the damage department from an item like this, achieving over double the main attack damage from acquiring a Lincoln Sphere, with a lot of higher priced items having a lot of stats associated with them, and with Universal heroes quite literally benefiting from any stat for their damage potential. It doesn't matter if you go Scythe of Vice, Wind Waker or Manta. If the item in question has a lot of stats on it, you are getting a lot of damage as a payout for it. This creates a very interesting dynamic we haven't really seen in years prior to Dota. There will always be games where you might have to deviate from your normal build due to game specific reasons, which may or may not impact the damage output if you have to itemize for an item that doesn't give your hero's main stat to them. This is a scenario that the Universal hero adeptly bounces over entirely, not having to sacrifice anything unlike the monostated heroes of the roster. This is also exactly why you will see such high damage numbers on just about any Universal hero out there, almost regardless of how they end up being built. With every hero having their own unique stat numbers on level up, it's always their main stat that increases their damage output, resulting in heroes with low level up increase to their main stat usually coming online later. With Universal heroes benefiting from every single stat point they gain on level up, they ramp up insanely fast compared to their peers, and is often why they are forced to be reckoned with as they enter the mid game. It'll be interesting to see what the future of Universal heroes ends up looking like. There is no doubt that Valve intends to balance them more, and don't be surprised if we're going to see a slight nerf to just how much they benefit from each stat point they receive in particular. While Valve have been rapidly balancing a lot of Universal characters, the way that they are able to achieve damage differently from mono-stated heroes make them seriously powerful as it stands right now. All in all, I personally think that Universal heroes are a super fun idea conceptually, and the way you're able to pivot into different items with a lot less downside is both fun, and it encourages great experimentation. It also affords you great luxury in adjusting accordingly to what benefits your team, which is always a serious advantage in a 5-on-5 team-based game like Dota.